Hey cousin, what's going on, y'all? We are back with another BTSUniversity segment. This is Artist Development 101, and we're getting into how do you release music as an independent artist. So make sure you grab your pencil, pen, get you a highlighter, grab your snacks, something to write on, take notes. We're getting into it today. And I know what you're thinking. What, Amber? I already know how to release music. I record my song, I upload it to streaming platforms, create a few videos or a flyer for social media, and then I hope and pray that it works, right? Wrong, because the reality is that is not a release. Releasing music as an independent artist is not hopes and dreams and luck of the Irish. It is very intentional and is planned. So let's talk about what releasing a song or a project actually looks like. It's not just the release day when it hits Spotify or Apple Music. Releasing a single actually entails from beginning all the way to the end, not just release day. We want to focus on the process of registering everything, and we also want to focus on the marketing, which is what comes after. If the first time you think about your release is the day that you go to upload it or the day that it hits streaming platforms, you've already lost and you're already behind. They wonder why it doesn't work. Well, you're not working it. Before you even think about uploading anything to streaming platforms, you need three things, very important and non-negotiable. Those three things are a plan, content, and a way for people to find it. So let's get started with the plan. First, you need to figure out, why am I making this? Who is it for? And what is it supposed to do? Because every song needs to have a purpose. You've got to be able to dissect and understand, is this release going to introduce me as an artist? Are we getting ready for a new project? What are we doing? Because without having and understanding what your goal is, you cannot plan a proper rollout. And a rollout is non-negotiable when you do not have a machine backing you and you are doing this all on your own as an independent artist. The next major thing that I think a lot of independent artists struggle with is timing. Most artists will record a song by Friday and they want it released by next Tuesday. That is not realistic. You've got to give yourself time to plan this all out properly, because execution is what's going to make or break the success of your record. As a collective, we've got to slow down. A real release needs cover art, real actual content to promote, a release date set in advance, pre-saves, and a few weeks time to kind of build that momentum and to talk about it before the single even drops. If you upload today and you're announcing it tomorrow, that's not a rollout. That's a surprise. And surprises don't build careers. Surprises are for well-established artists who already have a solidified fan base and they have the freedom and the numbers and momentum to do whatever they want. Now let's talk about content. Your song by itself is not enough anymore. And I know that sounds annoying, but it's true. You need visuals, clips, behind the scenes, stories. You've got to build a connection and you have to build anticipation for whatever it is that you plan on releasing. We live in an era where social media is king. Everyone is scrolling all day long and content rules the world. Music no longer moves through people's ears, it moves through people's eyes first. And you've got to find a way to tap into that. Then there's the more technical and boring side of things. This is the part that most people kind of sort of already have an idea of how to do. You're going to pick your distributor if you don't have one, and if you do have one, you're going to gather your things so that you can go ahead and prepare for your upload. You want to make sure that you upload properly. Take your time and do not rush this process. Make sure everything is spelled correctly. Everyone's names are credited for the things that they need to be credited for, which is a whole nother thing. You want to make sure that when you're choosing a date for your release, that you are giving yourself at least 3 to 4 weeks or more if possible to be able to pitch for playlisting. If you guys would like for me to go further into detail about how to pitch for playlisting, I can make a separate separate video for that. You can comment playlist pitching down in the comments, and I will do that for you guys. But you definitely need to make sure that you're giving yourself enough time to build that momentum up for this release. You want people waiting for this, looking for it, and you want to be able that you're giving yourself enough time to reach as many people as possible so that when the release does drop, you are getting the most out of your numbers, because those matter. Like I said, is it boring? Yeah. Is it important? Also, yes. That's what's gonna make you look professional, and it's gonna set you aside from the hundreds of thousands of other artists who are uploading every day to these platforms without a plan and just hoping something sticks. Now, here is the part that most people mess up at: promotion. Everyone has this idea that promotion actually starts on release day. Absolutely not. Release day is actually the halfway point. You should be talking about your release weeks before it even drops, as you should also be talking about it weeks after its release. See how that works? One post about your song is not promotion, and 2 or 3 random stories over here is not a campaign either. You have to give yourself multiple chances for your music to be discovered, because again, the goal is to reach as many people as possible, and the only way we can do that is by giving ourselves time and consistently pushing our music in more than one avenue. And while you're promoting this, you want to make sure that you pay attention to what's happening. You want to look at the engagement. You want to see what's working and what's not. Make sure you're paying attention to the numbers. It's boring. Again, yes, I get it. Nobody wants to do that, especially if you feel like, well, my song is hot, it should just pick up on its own. Algorithms already are set to work against us, and we all have this common knowledge. So we have to work twice as hard just to be seen. And every time you have a release, whether it's a single, EP, larger project, or anything like that, it is more data for you to collect to use for your next release. Dropping music as an independent artist is not magic. It's systems, preparation, and intention. Heavy on intention. So stop treating your music like it's little messages in a bottle and it's just gonna hopefully find its way to land and somebody will find it. Hit the ground running and put your music where you want it to go. Your future fans deserve an actual plan, not something thrown together. So make sure that you do it right, and the right people will treat your music differently. If there is anything within this video that you guys would like me to go further into detail about, feel free to leave a comment and I'll make sure that I get back to you. Happy releasing. Bye.